Good morning, YouTube. It is currently Wednesday, the 13th. It's the 13th of March, and it's 5:31 a.m. I'm here, no makeup. We're going to talk about, I'm going to try out a new foundation on camera. I'll probably just finish my makeup on camera. I'm ahead of schedule. My little sister's here. She'll be going to school with me today. And I'm going to talk to you about my Riviera palette. Let's do that first. So here's the palette. I literally heard the mail courier throw the package at my door. Therefore, my palette has 3 shattered eyeshadows, and I have to take it to Ulta and exchange it for a new one, which hopefully the one I work at, I'm scheduled to go back in tomorrow. Hopefully they have some in stock. I feel like they will. If not, then I'll just have to wait to exchange it until they get some more in the store. But I feel like they're going to have a bunch, so I'm not really too worried. But that's that. I can even show you guys. It came to me last night after 9 p.m., so they're running a little behind. But here's what it looks like. Really pretty packaging. But as you can see, let me get closer. I have 3 crushed shades. Yes, 3 is correct. 3 crushed shades. So I will not be using this at all until I get a replacement. And it's literally just because they threw it at the door. Like I heard the man or woman, I don't know who it was, throw it at the door. So it's not Ulta's fault. It is FedEx, USPS, whatever, the mail people, their fault. But let's go ahead and jump into foundation. I've already done my skincare and primed my face using the Touch and Soul. There's something in my eye. Using the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer, which looks like this. Oh, you can't even see. Came in BoxyCharm. I've been loving this primer. I've used it before. I'm thankful I got it in BoxyCharm. I'm almost done with my coffee already, but I'm super duper hot, and I already turned off the heat. I'm still hot though. The new foundation I'm trying today is the Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation, and this is an oil-free foundation. And there's a sticker on here. It says, now proven to last 24 hours. So it's supposed to be a medium to full buildable coverage, oil-free, controls oil all day, sweat, humidity, and exercise resistant, color true, transfer resistant, demi matte finish. So we're going to see. Like I said, my face is already primed. I got the shade 4.3, which, if I'm not mistaken, is considered a neutral shade. It's a glass bottle. Looks very pretty. I'm pretty sure this color match is about to be bomb. And let's go ahead and blend it out with a brush first. Ooh, this brush. Let me go ahead and put this in the dirty brush pot. She's stiff. I have a dirty brush container. Let's use a brush, and then we'll go in with the sponge. Let's use this e.l.f. brush. I believe this is our expert face brush, and it's clean. It's not been used. It's kind of got a rounded shape, as you can see. I really like this brush. We'll use that. Let me get my mirror. All right, let's go in and see. Has a pump. All right, so that's 2 pumps on the side of my face. It is quite liquidy. Kind of, sort of. You can see it's kind of running, but not too bad. And let's go in and blend it out. So the color match is perfect. It matches my skin perfectly. Y'all see that? Wow. It feels really nice on the skin too. It blends super easy. I've only put this foundation on other people, never on myself. And so far, I'm really liking the way it feels. But as you can see, it's giving me very medium coverage. You can still see all my imperfections showing through. And that was 2 pumps. I didn't put any up here. It's just on the lower half of my face. So let's go in with one more. Let's see if I just tap it in. That's not really giving me any more coverage either. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to apply this to my whole face, and then I'm going to go in and do another layer with a sponge and see if that helps me get more coverage. Like that barely did anything. So right now I'm feeling this is more of like a light to medium coverage, not medium to buildable, but we'll see. I'll keep playing with it. I will say that this doesn't feel the most lightweight of foundations I've tried. It's not heavy either, but and I was interested in this foundation because as I've been using my new skincare products, my skin has become a lot more dry because I'm using more acids, more retinols and things like that to help improve my skin's texture and fade the dark spots. So I was like, let me try this foundation. Since it doesn't have a dewy, radiant, luminous finish, it has a demi matte finish. I said, let me try it out. I'm going to do 2 layers with the brush on this side, and then I'll go in and use a sponge. But as of right now, I'm getting like medium, like not even a strong medium coverage, just plain old medium coverage. But I do love the shade. The shade is really nice. So I definitely feel like this foundation is for people that have nicer skin than me. Or for people who don't care if their skin imperfections peek through. Now that I'm looking, it's looking kind of dark, a little bit dark now that it's settled into my face. I don't know. And I don't see a demi matte finish. Let's try it with a sponge. Let me go ahead and clean off my Sonia Kashuk sponge. Looking very shiny. We'll see. I'm confused. Let's see what happens. I'm doing a very simple look today. I'm not wearing eyeshadow. Gotta keep it real simple. Okay. I have cleaned the sponge, and I just need to dry it off. And I just squeeze out the excess water on a damp towel. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more coverage out of this. On camera, it's not showing as bad, but in person, I can definitely still see all my dark marks. Yes, I remember you. I'm pretty good at remembering people. But good morning. Let's see if this works. That's a little bit better. But I've literally used how many pumps now at this point? Too many pumps. We're just going to go in hard. Let's just go all in. Surprisingly, with the sponge, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more coverage out of this foundation, but this might just become a mixer for me. Also, now that I feel like it's applied to my face, it looks a little bit dark. That's okay. I decided to try out a hydrating foundation, even though I used to get more oily skin. It's the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. I mean, it's pretty, but the coverage, I like more full coverage. And I literally put on probably at least 10 pumps on my face, which is a lot. And you can't see it on camera, which is funny. That's probably why they use this for photography in like movies. But like in person, I can still see my imperfections, and I like them to be almost fully covered. Like this side, still I can see them. That's the last pump I'm doing though. Literally, I probably have like, I don't know, 12 pumps on now. And the coverage is not really changing much. All right, that's decent for me. It is a pretty foundation though. Right, exactly. So I'll probably end up just mixing it with other foundations to get a better shade and to make my foundations more hydrating, since my matte foundations are starting to get too dry for me because of my skincare. But this is decent. On camera, you cannot see, well, you can kind of see that dark mark, but I have a lot of them. And in person, I can still see them all peeking through. But I'm not adding any more. Like, this is it. Because I got all day. Also, I feel like the shade as it's settled into my skin is a little bit too dark compared to the rest of my body, which is a whole other issue in itself. But I don't highlight with concealer, so I can't like balance it out. We'll see. You know what? We're just gonna. I don't dislike this though. We have to see how it wears throughout the day. I'm so curious now. I'm very curious. I love, the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Oh, it was too light. I love that foundation. That's my favorite foundation of all time. Like, out of all the foundations ever. And I have high and low end, mid range, whatever. That's my favorite one because I have a perfect shade. It lasts all day. I don't have to touch up, and it looks really good. I love that foundation so much. Mine is actually empty. I've already gone through one whole bottle. There's nothing in here. It looks kind of like there is, but it's empty. Yeah, it's great. I love it so much. All right, so this is supposed to have a demi matte finish. Where? I'm confused right now. What? What's happening? Oh well, let me set it. Let's see. Yeah, my face is actually it's a little bit too dark, but it's okay. I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder in the shade Honey to set my face. I don't want to mess up my ponytail or my edges of my ponytail. Let's see. Yeah, it's a great foundation. I highly recommend to everybody. Okay. I'm just gonna use this sponge. I don't feel like re-dampening it. Just gonna go in and set my face with a lot of powder. Ooh, that's always nice. I need to find someone that can do my hair. I had someone, but then she overbooked herself and it really just made me feel some type of way. So now I have to find someone else to do my hair. Which I don't even get my hair done often. I'll just get it like flat iron because that process takes forever with hair as curly as mine. But if I can find somebody to do it at a reasonable price, I definitely will pay to get it done for like special occasions and things like that. So yeah, I'm going in with a bunch of powder because this says demi matte finish. I don't see any sign of like, well, actually on this part of my face it looks sort of demi matte, but in the center of my face it doesn't. I look so crazy right now, but that's okay. You know, it's okay. Oh, well, I live in Clover, so York is like up the street. I live and I teach in Clover now, so York is up the street. Okay, why do I feel like this is about to be a disaster? I don't have time for disasters. I have to go teach the kids of America. Now I'm gonna brush off this powder. Kind of brush it onto the other parts of my face, honestly. I'm gonna see if the powder like clings and gets weird. Because with some foundations, the Fenty powder does do that and like leaves me looking kind of patchy. Kind of happening right now. Oh no. Oh no, Lottie. Yeah, I'm not too happy with how this looks right now. Trying to think, what can I do to save it? I'm gonna go on with the foundation brush that I used at first. And kind of just, yeah, that really helped. Tap over the edges of where I already applied the powder to help it sink into the skin more. So it doesn't look as like dry and patchy compared to the rest of my face. That worked. And then let's just go ahead and set my face with a little bit more of this powder and the brush so it's not as intense. I'm just using a flat top brush. Just gonna lightly set the rest of my face instead of doing a heavy set like I did with the sponge. And then I'll go over it with a skin tone powder to help add a little bit more coverage, and that's all I can do for this. Yeah, I'm closer to York now. I live in a very convenient place. I'm close to York, I'm close to the school I teach at in Clover, and I'm close to the Steel Creek area of Charlotte. And I'm still only like 30 minutes from like Uptown if I ever wanted to go to Uptown for anything. Okay, well, this is looking interesting. Yeah, I don't think I could ever wear this foundation alone until my skin got drastically better, but yeah, it's not bad at all. I actually really like where I live because I'm like 7 minutes from the state line of like North Carolina state line in the Steel Creek area of Charlotte. It's real nice. Love it. Yeah, I don't think I could ever wear this foundation alone until my skin gets really, really good because the coverage is not what I want. And I really had to build it up. And then the finish, I'm not too sure how this is going to last on my skin because I get hot because I dance with my kids. And we're doing Irish dancing right now. So I'm like legit going to be burning up today. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We're gonna try and finesse this. Ugh. I still have time too. I'm ahead of schedule. All right, let's go in with. Let me put this over here. Let's go in with. Oh, that's nice. I wish I was on spring break now. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me powder in shade 360. I love this powder. I actually prefer drugstore pressed powders over any sort of high-end pressed powders. I have yet to find a high-end pressed powder that actually like looks good and works for me. I'm just gonna use the same flat top brush to apply this. Yeah, that definitely helped add a little bit of coverage and like mattify the skin. But yeah, I love drugstore powders. Like now that there's more shade selection and stuff, I gravitate towards them. And this powder is great too because it adds a little bit of coverage, but it doesn't look cakey and it just makes your makeup last, I feel. And it's so quick, like I'm literally almost done. And I press it on because I'm packing it onto the skin to help add coverage. Yeah, the drugstore world is stepping up. Like honestly, I might become like transition into like, but I just get so curious about foundations. I love foundations, so I like to try all of them. Which is a bad thing because foundations are pretty expensive, especially high-end ones. But I feel like I might be able to transition everything else in my collection other than like palettes and select foundations, to completely drugstore. And I would not be mad at that at all. All right, let's blend into my hairline. I just have a ponytail because I was not trying to fool with my hair after I washed it. And this is usually one of my go-tos. And I just had the ponytail banded so I could stretch it a little bit. Like looking, does it need to be slicked down anywhere? There's a couple spots. It's like one of my go-to hairstyles because it's easy. I like simple. I'm gonna add some gel to it to re-slick some of the flyaways with a toothbrush, and then the hair is done. But this is a foundation now. It doesn't look half bad now that I've added the powders on it. It doesn't feel heavy either, but it's not the most lightweight. So I like Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, but I consider the NYX to be drugstore. So I love NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. But that's it for this video. I just want to show you guys my shattered Riviera palette and just show you how this foundation looked. And at the end of the day, I'm going to come back and we'll see how it lasted because my nose is already starting to sweat. I just dabbed it away because I'm hot and my sister needs to get in here and get ready. So, because she's visiting me. So with that being said, this is it for this video. I'll come back at the end of the day and I'll tell you how it lasted, if it faded, if it slipped off my face, if it's really, truly sweat resistant and all that stuff that it claimed. But as of right now, it looks okay. I hope you have a good day too. Enjoy your break. Have fun. Get your rest. Bye.